Hello everyone, in this video I will start QBasic programming for standard 8. I have already created another video for algorithm and flowchart. If you have not seen that video, watch it now by clicking on this link, and after that you can come back and watch this video. So today we are starting QBasic and introduction. What will be in this video? Introduction to QBasic programming, variables, constant, assignment, operators and operands. Then sequential programs in QBasic. So introduction to QBasic programming. QBasic stands for Quick Beginners All-Purpose Symbolic Instruction Code. That is the full form of the QBasic. It is an integrated development environment and interpreter. Basically, IDE is a tool which is used to write computer programs. So we have the QB64 IDE right now available for the Windows devices, and using that IDE we do the QBasic programming. What is an interpreter? Interpreter is a language translator which translates any program from our language to machine language, means a language which the computer can understand. Now we know that the QBasic programming can be done in Linux and in the Windows operating system, and it is case insensitive language, means it is not case sensitive. You can write any QBasic program in small letter as well as in capital letter. It will treat both of them same, and it has predefined commands like CLS, input, print, end and a function library. Next is, what is a variable? A variable is a named storage location where we can store any value. The value of the variable can change during the execution of the program. So we can say that variable is a container. It's like a container. Like in a container we keep any value, we keep any item. Similarly, in a variable we can store anything. Now whatever we store in a variable, that can change, means the value of the variable can be changed. For an example, if I say A is 50, then again I can say A is 60 also, means the value of A can change also. A variable can change its value. So in the following example we have A equal to 50, B equal to 10.5. So here A and B are the variables. Next is, what is a constant? A constant is a fixed value that cannot change during the program execution. Examples: A equal to 50, B equal to 10.5. If you see, these are the same examples, but the A and B are the variables, whereas the 50 and 10.5, they are the constant. So we can say that the values are the constant, and what is special about constant, that their value is not changing, they are fixed values. Okay. Next is operators and operands. So we can say that operators are the symbols that perform any operation on the operand. Operands are the variables and the constants on which any operation is performed by the operator. Now take this example, A equal to B plus C. In this example we are adding B and C, and then we are storing the sum in the variable A. So in mathematics we say it is formula, right? So in this formula, the variables A, B and C, they are also known as operands. So in this example, the operator is plus and equal to. So this operator plus is adding B and C. So B and C are the variables, are the operands, and on B and C, the plus is operating and it is performing any kind of operation. This is addition exactly, and the result of that will be stored in the variable A. So equal to is giving the sum to the variable A. Equal to and plus, these two are the operators in this example, and A, B, C are the operands. Next is, how many type of operators do we have? In QBasic we have three type of operators. First is the arithmetical operators: plus, minus, multiplication, division and mod. Okay, mod operator is used to find remainder. Relational operators we have less than, greater than, less than equal to, greater than equal to. This is not equal to sign in QBasic, and this is equal sign. Then we have logical operators: not operator, and operator, or operator. So I will be explaining the logical operators when I will start the conditional programming in QBasic. That will be in my next video. So let's now begin with the sequential programs. This is the software that we are going to use for the QBasic programming. It's QB64. First, I would like to explain you how to download this software. Open your web browser, go to Google, type qb64.exe. Press enter. Go to this website www.qb64.org. In this website, you have to select this, download QB64 version 1.4. This page will open. As per your operating system, you can download. If it is Windows 32-bit or 64-bit, just click on the link and then it will download. I have already downloaded. Then open the zip folder, and inside of that you will get a file which you need to use for your QBasic programming. So let us begin with the QBasic programming. This is my IDE. Now the first question is, write a program in QBasic to accept marks in 3 subjects, then print the sum and average marks obtained. First, know that whenever we are doing any program, we have to follow some common steps. Like in QBasic, we start the program with CLS. CLS is a command which is written to clear the screen. Okay, so when we will start the program, we will be writing CLS. This will be in the first line. CLS means clear the screen. If I will write this, then the screen will be cleared every time I will run my program. Then normally when we do a program, after CLS we write the input command. Then we take the values, then we use the formulas after that, then printing, and the final step is end. Every QBasic program is terminated by writing end. Now as per this question, we have to accept marks in 3 subjects. So in the second step, we can write input, enter marks in 3 subjects. Okay, double quote, semicolon, A, B, C. So input is a command. Enter marks in 3 subject. It is a message. Semicolon is used for separation. A, B, C, these are variables. Okay. So messages are printed on the output screen. That will help the user to understand what value to give input. And variables are the containers in which we will be storing the value which is given by the user. So after the input, as per the question, we need to print the sum and the average marks. Okay. So we need to use the formula. For sum, the formula can be sum equal to A plus B plus C. For the average AVG, suppose I take, the formula can be sum divided by 3. So when you are forming the formula, you can use your own variable name. Like I have used sum for storing the total, and I have taken AVG for storing the average. Now whenever you are taking any variable name, you have to follow some rules. Okay, the rules are like, first is, whenever you take any variable, the variable name should always start with an alphabet or an underscore. Means any variable name cannot start with a special letter or cannot start with any number. Okay. Second is, we cannot use any special character in the variable name. Like in the variable name, I cannot write like S, then at the rate, then something else like that. At the rate, asterisk. Okay, these are special symbols. They are not allowed. Spaces I cannot give. Spaces are not allowed. Okay. And if anything is a predefined command, that cannot be a variable name. Like CLS is a predefined command. CLS cannot be a variable name. So these are the 4 rules we have to follow when we are taking any variable name. Okay. First rule is, variable name should always start with an alphabet or an underscore. Second rule is, we cannot use special symbols in the variable. And third rule is, spaces are not allowed. We cannot give space in between a variable name. Okay. And the last rule, number 4, is, if there is any term which is predefined, has a special meaning already, we cannot use it as our own variable name. Okay. So as per the question, we have taken 3 variable input ABC, and sum equal to A plus B plus C, average, and then we print. For printing, we use print command. So we can print without message, we can print with message, but I suggest you always print with message. So I can write like sum equal to semicolon sum, and then print average is equal to semicolon avg, and then end. Okay, so you can see the statements which are appearing in yellow color, they are the messages. So sum equal to is a message, average equal to is a message. These will be printed as it is on the screen, and these are the variables. So after inputting 3 marks, it will add the marks, store the total in the variable sum, and it will divide the total by 3 to get the average. Then it will print the sum and the average. So let us see how the output will come. In QBasic, to run any program, we press F5 key. So press the F5 key. The program will now execute. Starting the program. This is the output screen. It is asking me enter marks in 3 subjects. So suppose the first marks is 80, comma, second marks is 78, comma, third marks is 98. We give commas to separate values. Enter. So my sum is 256 and my average is 85.4 times 3, 4. Okay. Press any key and the output window will close. Clear? Now let's see the second program. The second program is write a program in QBasic to accept any 2 numbers, then swap or interchange their values. Print the new values. Now swapping means interchanging value. Suppose A is 10 and B is 20. So after swapping, A will become 20 and B will become 10. Means the value of the first variable will go to the second variable and the value of the second variable will come to the first variable. Okay. So let's have a new file for this. Go to file, select new. Now we need to input 2 numbers. So CLS input, enter 2 numbers. Okay, A and B we can take. Now how to swap? There are many ways to swap the value. One way is to swap with a third variable. Another way is to swap without a third variable. So in this example I am using the third variable. So the coding is C equal to A equal to B and B equal to C. Okay, means a third variable take the value of the first variable. The first variable will take the value of second variable and the second variable will take from C, like that. Okay, now if you want to understand that, I can explain. See this example. Suppose A is equal to 10 and B is equal to 20. Okay, so the code that I have written is C equal to A equal to B and B equal to C. Correct? So as per my code, C equal to A equal to B and B equal to C. Always remember the value goes from right to left. Okay, so if I have written C equal to A, means the value will go from A to C, from right to left. Value always goes from right to left. Understood? So that means that the value of the variable C will be 10, because C equal to A means the value of A, that is 10, will come to the variable C. So the variable C will become 10. Correct? Now the next line is A is equal to B. From right to left the value will come. Means the value of B will come to A. So what is the value of B? 20. So 20 will come to A. Means A will become 20. The last line is B equal to C. Means the value of C will come to B. What is the value of C? Value of C is 10. So 10 will come to B. Now in this way, after running all these 3 lines, finally my value of variable A is 20 and the value of my variable B is 10. Okay, after running all these 3 lines, the value of my variable A is 20 and the value of my variable B is 10. So the swapping is done. Now let's go back to the program. After writing these lines we have to print the values. So I can print A is equal to semicolon A, then print B is equal to semicolon B, and then end. Okay, now let's see the program. Press F5 to run the program. Output window is opening. Yes, it is asking me enter two numbers. Suppose the first number is 10, comma, second number is 20. Enter. So A will become now 20 and B is now 10. Clear? Next question I have is, write a program in QBasic to accept the cost price and selling price of any item, then print the profit and the profit percentage. So it is assumed that it is profit. We know the formula, profit is equal to selling price minus cost price, and profit percentage is equal to profit divided by cost price into 100. Clear? Now let's do the program of this one. CLS, input, enter cost price and selling price, correct? So we can take variable name CP and SP. It is not required that you will write variable name like cost price and like selling price. You can make it short. Okay, just only use the initials or the first word. So we can have CPSP. CP means cost price and SP means selling price. After taking input, we need to find the profit. So profit I am writing only P. P means profit. So P is equal to selling price SP minus cost price CP. Then we need to find the profit percentage. So I can write PP for profit percentage. That is profit divided by cost price into 100. Correct? And I have used division. First part is in bracket. Brackets are important. I want the division to happen first, so I have put it inside of bracket. Then I have to print the profit and profit percentage. So I'm printing the profit is equal to semicolon P, and then profit percentage is equal to semicolon PP. Okay, and let's run the program F5. Output window is coming. Enter cost price and selling price. Suppose the cost price is 1000, comma, the selling price is 1500. Enter. So profit is 500 and the profit percentage is 50%. Clear? Next question is, write a program in QBasic to accept the monthly salary of any employee. What we are taking input? Monthly salary. Then calculate and display the following. Okay, formulas are given. First you need to calculate the yearly salary, which will be monthly salary multiplied by 12. Then you need to calculate 10% tax on yearly salary, then net salary by subtracting the tax from the yearly salary, and print the net salary. Okay, so let's begin. CLS, what we need to take input? Monthly salary, correct? So right, enter monthly salary. We can take MS for monthly salary. Then we need to find the yearly salary. Yearly salary equal to monthly salary multiplied by 12. Okay. After that, what to calculate? Tax, 10% of yearly salary. So we can write tax is equal to, now you will not write like 10%. Okay, if you need to write 10%, you will have to write 10/100. In programming for division, we use slash. So if you need to divide, you write slash. One option. Otherwise, you can write directly 0.10. As you know that 0.10 is equal to 10/100. So either you write 10/100 in bracket or you write 0.10, your choice. So 10% of yearly salary, I can write 0.10 asterisk means into YS, yearly salary. Tax is calculated. Now I have to calculate the last thing, which is the net salary, which is calculated by subtracting the tax from the yearly salary. So it is net salary. I can write NS is equal to yearly salary minus tax. Done. Now I just need to print the net salary. semicolon, NS, and then end. Press F5 to run the program. Output window is coming. Enter monthly salary. Suppose I enter 40,000. Enter. Net salary is 432,000, 4,32,000, because I entered monthly salary and the answer is coming in yearly salary. So multiplied by 12. Okay. Next question. Next question is, write a program in QBasic to accept the number of units consumed and rate per unit. It is talking about any kind of bill, maybe electricity bill. So we have to calculate the total bill, which is number of units into rate per unit. Then we need to calculate 2% surcharge on the total bill, and then we have to calculate the new bill, which is total bill plus surcharge, then subsidy 10% of new bill, and then pay, which is new bill minus subsidy. Okay, let's begin. CLS, input, enter. What to enter? We have to enter number of units and rate per unit. Okay, so write enter number of units and rate per unit. Number of units we can write NPU, and rate per unit we can write RPU. Use short variable names. Okay, after that we have to calculate total bill. So we can write TB, total bill, equal to number of units, okay, asterisk rate per unit. Then after that we need to calculate surcharge 2%. So surcharge we can write SC, 2% you can write 0.02, or you can write 2 by 100 multiplied by total bill. Then we need to calculate new bill after adding the total bill and the surcharge. So new bill NB equal to total bill plus surcharge. After that we need to calculate the subsidy, which is 10% of the new bill. So subsidy we can write SD equal to 10% means 0.10 we can write asterisk NB means new bill, 10% of new bill. And at last we have to calculate pay, which is new bill minus subsidy. So I can write pay equal to NB means new bill minus subsidy means SD. Whichever variable name you take, you have to use the same variable name in the entire program, okay. So you cannot change the variable. And remember that the variable names are case sensitive. Okay, although QBasic is not case sensitive, so the commands you can write in any language, means in uppercase or lowercase, but the variables that you are using are case sensitive. So if you are using a variable name in small letter, you have to use the same variable in small letter in the entire program, okay. So we are printing the pay. Pay is equal to semicolon PAY, pay, and then end. 50 and rate per unit is 25. So the pay is 1147.50. Thank you for watching this video. Please like and subscribe to my channel and click the bell icon to get new video updates.